Welcome to the Hookup. My name is Crochet Mizzetti, your host and fellow craft enthusiast, and this is your weekly dose of crafty conversations with your favorite crafty content creators. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Hookup, your favorite place for crafty conversations. Here we are with our special resident guest, Charlie from Fantastic Charlie.
Hello,
how
again.
Are you going? Yay!
I'm good. Yay, thank you.
Are we ready to get into a fun multi-topic conversation about everything?
Yeah, totally. It's gonna be a mix of things. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we learned last time was that you've catapulted into fame as a crochet content creator. You make amazing plushies. You make little skateboards. And just online content is very, very interesting and a fun area to learn about. One thing that I noticed with your content specifically is that you share a lot of tips and tricks online. And you've been doing this from the very beginning of your crochet account. Because when I went back and stalked your early posts, you were posting, I think you posted a tips and tricks video, maybe as your third ever post.
It was probably like a basic closing up holes and attaching legs and that, right? I guess.
Yeah. Were you always intending on being such an expert in writing tips online, I guess?
I'm still not an expert, okay? I'm even learning from my tips and tricks because some of them are the ones that I've learned along my journey, this short journey, and I think it's very helpful to have them all together. I always wanted that in my page. I wanted to create all that compilation tricks and useful tips that I found for crocheting and amigurumi. I wanted them to be like made by me, but in my page so the people, it's easy to follow like different kind of tutorials in the same page, so they don't have to save it. And well, they can save it too. You can, and then you, and then just go to my page. Yeah, and then you go to my page, and they're all together there. And I think I'm doing good with that because so many people actually they associate to like me to the tutorial part and tricks, and a lot of people are like, oh, I love your tips, they're always helpful, they're very, very like expressive and short, and get to the point, and I don't know, I wanted to share that with people because I think I always liked teaching in many ways, teaching people. I think I'm good at that, but mostly it's just because if something that you wanted to know and you didn't know like how to do it, I like wasted time before you, so now I can share that with you. I'm not gonna keep that for me. What's the point to keeping secrets and that? I even got messages sometimes on my color changes techniques. There are people like something like very experienced people, and they're like, I do the color changes better, but I'm not gonna share it. And I was like, I wasn't expecting to. So,
that's wild.
Yeah, some people said that sometimes in some, in many ways, and I'm like, I don't like not blaming you. I'm just sharing that because I want to. That's it. If it was a secret before and now it's not a secret because I shared it, sorry. People deserves to know it,
Yeah, and I honestly think sometimes people who have picked up the craft at a later stage, sometimes like the years of experience doesn't necessarily mean that they might have better tips and tricks.
Yeah, I guess. And sometimes like I even feel dumb, and it's not been a big journey for me, but I feel dumb for very small details, stupid details that it was so easy and I never even thought about that. And people like with 10 years of experience, they tell me like that was so easy all the time. I didn't even thought about this. So thank you. So that's the thing. my tricks, I consider my tricks like sometimes very like basic, but there's still people learning that they don't know anything. So if you know crochet already and you see these kind of videos, please just don't take it personally or in consideration, because some other people will like use it and take advantage from it, you know. So I like to make that kind of different advanced, like the button, like scrolling the hands buttons, you know. So that's probably for more advanced people because you already know how to crochet and that. But 2 days ago I posted to put the stitch marker on the loop so you don't like frog it, and people were like, "Oh, that's so smart!" They're like, "Yay, people! Thank you." Yeah, I'm happy to share that
it's
with
a
you.
good tip. Do you sometimes feel like it's a bit weird that you may have only learned how to crochet very like not too long ago, but then even are sharing tips now and like are putting yourself out there as an expert?
Yeah, it feels weird sometimes because I started doing that on my first videos because I wanted the people to know. I tried to put on the captions like, and this is not what you have to do. It's my experience, it's my opinion, and this is what I do. Don't blame me, don't judge me. And if you have some other way to do it, like you can share it to me. But I like at the moment I'm just sharing tips, and I'm not saying that that's gonna work 100% on anything, but I try to, and I test them, and I do my research, and I try to not to post something that is gonna be fake, and um, it's very hard to fail on those tips, if you know that they work. So sometimes I feel like I'm showing you this because I've just discovered this. Sometimes it's like that. It's not because I've been doing that like for years. No, I discovered this. I share it with you. So that's it.
Yeah. And it's sometimes you even have people who might comment on posts, like suggesting a tip to you that you already know, and you've also chosen not to do for whatever reasons.
And you have 5 videos about it.
Yeah. And they're like, "Have you tried?" I don't know. They'll be like, "Have you tried using scraps to stuff your plushie?" And you're like, "Yeah, I just." I didn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
No, I like to think that people is not mean on the comments, which is not always true. But but I like to think that people, they want to share their, like, I don't know, experience or tips and that, and that's the way to express themselves. So maybe that sounds rude to you, but maybe it's not.
I don't know. I think normally, I normally like to think people have the best intentions in comments and things.
Yeah, I think so.
People are just wanting to help out, even though sometimes when they comment on videos and they're like, "You should have done this." Why did you make it? Yeah, they tend to do that when you like release a new design and they're like, "You should have done it this way," and you're like, "Well, I didn't."
I wanted it this way.
Yeah, this is what I made.
It's supposed to be this way, so
yeah. One of the things I was gonna say with that, like, I just wanted to comment on the idea of being kind of relatively new to crochet and then sharing tips and tricks online. Like, I really don't think you need to have a wealth of experience to be able to share a tip to someone else. Like, if you started crocheting or knitting 2 months prior and you have learned a lot from it, I feel like you can share what you've learned to other people. And like, it shouldn't really halter people from wanting to share tips and tricks. Like, I have a whole video on YouTube which is about fuzzy yarn and tips and tricks to do that, and that's because one, I had Crochet from Kelsey, or Crochet with Kelsey. Sorry, Kelsey. I had them show me like they had in one of their patterns was all these tips and tricks. And I was like, oh, this is so useful. I also wanted to share this as well. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, I'm actually collecting a bunch of different tips and tricks about working with this yarn. Let me share it online.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. It's like,
just something I want to put
it's the
out there.
same. It's the same for me. Like, for me, I try to, you don't want to like copy people. There's no point of for copying the exact same content for the people. Like, from other people to show to your followers. But sometimes, like I like it happens to me a lot on like TikTok. I watch like a lot of videos on TikTok, and I'm like, okay, I could do this 3 minutes video that I know TikTok wants a 3 minutes video. Okay, but I can do this 3 minutes video in a 12-second one. So I just want to show it my way, you know. And I tend to put even the like, even if I have the artist or the idea, like this is not my original idea, I saw this on TikTok, I even put that on some videos. It's just like getting that idea and going to like creating it in your style for your followers, and mainly because they probably don't see that. Like, of course, the button idea for the hands and that is not mine, of course. Like, people is using different parts. I saw that, like, I was in like for like 3 minutes video on TikTok, and I did like what 30 seconds, and people love that a lot, that idea. And I discovered a lot of people that they didn't know about this, and that's the point. Not my following account, you know, is to share that to people and like maybe make them, you know, yeah.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. Hey guys, just going to interrupt this episode here with a quick word from our sponsors, aka us. We are the sponsors of this video, and here is a quick little message that was most definitely not written by ChatGPT. Hey there, yarn enthusiasts. Are your hooks feeling lonely? Looking for a new crochet companion?
Or maybe your stash is beginning for a project so cute I'll make you squeal.
Well, do we have some string-tastic news for you?
For a limited time, we're offering an amazing 10% off or
You can do it. You can do it.
of all, oh my god. For a limited time, we're offering an amazing 10% off all our adorable American 10% off all our adorable amigurumi. Oh my god. For a limited time, we're offering an amazing 10% off of For a limited time, we're offering an amazing 10% off of all. No, I cannot read that.
For a limited time, we're offering an amazing 10% off all our adorable amigurumi patterns.
That's right. Whether you want to crochet the kudos critters of the most charming little characters, we've got the patterns that make your heart skip a stitch.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what I've read.
It's fine. Anyway, just use the code, the hookup at checkout, and watch those savings unravel faster than a cat with a ball of yarn.
But wait, there's more. With each pattern, you're not just creating cute critters, you're crafting a world of huggable happiness.
Yeah, so don't let this deal slip through your fingers like that slippery skein of yarn. Hop on over to our shop, grab your favorite amigurumi patterns, and let's crochet some cuteness together.
So what are you waiting for? Head on over to our stores, give us a follow on social media. Let's unleash some crochet cuteness together.
Happy crocheting, yarn lovers. Okay, so just to change the topic ever so slightly, okay. I wanted to talk to you about being a male crocheter. I didn't get to ask Drew about this when he was on the podcast, but I wanted to ask your experience as well. Like, because I think crafts, people always argue about this, but I would say crochet is a female-dominated area or very feminine-dominated area. Not female, but what has your experience been like as a male crocheter entering this field in the past?
At the beginning, when I started this, I was kind of thinking like this is I was even thinking that myself, like probably this is more like a girly craft thing. But I was saying before, I'm into crafts. I love crafts. I don't care. I even make bracelets for, you know, that kind of the tailor that you have all the beads and everything. I do everything, like
the Taylor Swift bracelets.
yeah, and like I do anything, so I don't care about that. But when I started it, like I was even expecting less guys in this world, and I liked it a lot that people like feels like it has to be like it's normalized. People can do whatever they want. So the beginning was maybe like not afraid at all, but in some way thinking like, what would the people think about me crocheting? But it was so quick, that feeling. Then I got used to it. I even that like crochet on the trains and anything, so it's normal for me. I bring like my crochet to work on my breaks, so I don't really care. But it's true that it's not really like common to see a guy crocheting. It's like it's different, and I guess that's been good for us in some way, because for Instagram, for example, we are something different from the algorithm, and the people wants to keep the attention, the different things that they normally see. So
Let's say, I don't know if you feel the same about this one, but like sometimes when you have a video that gets popular, or like even the popularity that both of us have garnered got online, do you sometimes feel like it might be like a little bit unjust in some ways because we are male crafters and because we do stick out like that? So people see us with like our cute plushies and they're like, look at that, rather than if we were removed from the situation.
as I was saying, Instagram wants to people stay in the platform and like seeing something different that makes you watch even more from them. And I guess that's a big point to consider. I not, for example, for us, who's probably what is the fact of being men in like the crochet world, because it's not that normal. But you cannot judge that in any niche. You create your Instagram account, and you have to think how to be different in the same niche but very different. So that's the point. So you totally pop up, and then you're different and people recognize you, and that's the thing also. For example, like a skater, like a kid who makes things like I don't like the kids be shown in the social media fact, okay, but it's a very perfect like example for saying what I'm saying. Like a kid is not regular, so he's dancing, a kid dancing, million views. That's it. So you have to be different from what the people expect to see, so they want to see more from you.
Yeah, but does that also ever affect your like confidence in what you make?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, really. Like,
the same.
really.
Because sometimes like I look at my stuff and I have to like really tell myself, being like, no, I actually do make good plushies. And I feel like when I see your stuff as well, I'm like, no, like we're quite good at this. Like I feel like we make good stuff. I see comments online where people being like, oh, like they're just popular because they're men. And I'm like, I think there's one side where it's like we do stick out because of that same reason you're saying. Like you see a 3-year-old surfer and you're like, oh my God, what a change from the normal. And then there's this other side where it's kind of like I have to really kind of prove that I actually should be where I am.
But it's a mix of things, I guess. I don't think it's just one thing or another one. It's just if you're doing your content good, your plus is good, you're like it just makes things different. And at the end is that, because I feel bad sometimes because I find Instagram accounts that they deserve to have 200K. Okay, they are perfect crafters, very like everything neat, and I was like, really, 3,000? So you deserve like so much more for creating this kind of content. And sometimes, but in this case, what would be not the problem, but the thing of not being different, like probably you are a woman in a woman niche, more dominated by women, so you're not that different, and it's a shame, like it's a pity. It's hard because you get the same or even more effort than me, and sometimes it's not fair, and I feel that way sometimes.
Yeah. I don't really know where to lead on for that, but I agree. It's an interesting topic just to think about, and think about like where just how the world reacts is kind of like something that I don't know how to help it.
I know.
Because I would love to see
mean,
more of those people. Because I know people who you're talking about as well, where I'm like, why are you not bigger than you are? And I'm like, am I like, I don't know if I should be thinking about where I am in the situation, but like,
yeah,
so
I know.
it's the only experience that I've got to compare. And I'm like, is my difference because I'm a male that I've been able to like jump further? As like, I don't want it to be there.
I know. I know. No, sometimes I wish I could like give followers away to that people. Like, you deserve it even more than me sometimes. It's like, seriously, I met many accounts that are like, it's not fair. Life is not fair. But yeah, it is what it is. So like all I want to say is like, as I always say, just keep doing what you're doing, enjoy the process, and you will get there. If it's not this, it's gonna be this, or it's gonna be this, but you're gonna be there. You're gonna be fine. Just enjoy yourself and do what you do.
I mean,
So,
even in saying that, half the people don't know we exist.
yeah.
They always like, I get so many comments of you being like, "Oh my god, a male crocheter," and I'm like, "Yeah, hi,
Yeah.
hello."
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, you keep it up. Like, yeah, I will. Like, go, don't get frustrated. Like, no, I won't. Like, I absolutely love those like supportive messages, but I'm not sad.
Yeah,
I'm not like, thank you.
Yeah, no. Do you ever get like weird messages because you are a male crafter? Like weird interactions?
Like, yeah, I guess so. Meaning in like people from the fact of being men, like, oh, you're a man, I love your plushies, just like that. And then people like, hey, you're handsome, blah blah blah, like, okay. And then even people wanting to be like more or something.
Yeah,
guys, this is just a crochet community, we enjoy together. And
yeah. I wasn't meaning going down that route, but yeah, some people do need to figure out the boundaries on that one. But like sometimes when I'm going into a yarn store or something, I have the shop people asking who I'm shopping for. They're like, "Oh, you." Yeah, they're kind of like, "Are you shopping for your girlfriend?" And I'm like,
call your girlfriend. We don't have that yarn.
Yeah, I was like, my boyfriend around my arm. Like, what? Yeah.
So yeah, no, like in that way, not really. I was in Madrid like this last February, and I went to a yarn exhibition, and it was weird because I was probably the only man there, except from Marcelo from El Príncipe del Crochet, who's like a Latin American guy, and like he has 250, 100K, and so 1,000K. You know him.
Do I?
He works with a thin yarn. I met him in that exhibition.
Sorry, what's his username again?
Príncipe del Crochet.
Sorry, yes, I do know.
So he's a very famous guy. I met him in Madrid, and I'm not saying probably the only guy, but maybe 10 between 1,000 people. So yeah, you're different totally in that way. You go there, you buy yarn, and the people are like, who are you? I even met some people. They discovered me that day also because we took some pictures, and it was nice feeling because you don't care. You go there because you like it, you enjoy it, and that's enough for you.
Yeah, and I think of like the majority of the community have felt like a very welcoming essence, and like a lot of these instances that I'm talking about are very just like one-off occasions, but they still kind of like make me feel weird. Like, but the majority of the time, people have not batted an eye. They're like, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's so good."
So that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
So
I'm just
it's
thinking too much into it.
no, I mean it's a good topic also to talk about because we are both male Crusaders in this community. And of course, there are differences and that, but at the end, we're all just Crusaders. We all just enjoy the same hobby, and that's what matters. So,
And I think the people who are out there trying to maybe bring down others for whatever successes they have, sometimes maybe they just need to find happiness elsewhere.
let's say it that way.
Yeah. Anyway, but in saying that, when you're saying that you're based over in Madrid, what is the crochet community over there like?
I don't know. I like I barely know like three Spanish girls or four, something like that. No, I that's a very weird thing for me because I'm mostly and probably only in the online community. I just started last year. I went to this fair to try to find some maybe collaborators, different yarns, whatever. But it was more for wearables, so like different million kind of yarns, acrylics, cotton, worsted weight yarn, but not really into plushies or amigurumi or plush yarn or anything at all. Okay, so I just went there actually to spend the weekend, meet some new people, but my community, Spanish community, there's no. I'm not saying there's no people. It's just that I didn't make it yet. I didn't make any community with anyone yet. But I wish I could do that and do like I don't know some workshops and then everything, and I would like that.
Yeah, because I feel like your account, I imagine, it's like this is why people probably don't realize that you're a Spanish speaker and live in Madrid, because a lot of your content's all in English.
Well, but you can understand, like you can guess that from my accent.
Yeah.
So, and then on my bio it says from Spain.
No,
So,
yes, but like, no, I mean,
so yeah,
fair enough. I'm not
like,
going onto your bio every day, though, is what I mean. It's like,
no, but people is always, oh, I didn't know you're Spanish, or some like I found a situation that I've been speaking like with girls, chatting with them in English, and then they realized I'm Spanish and they're from Spain, and then we are even neighbors. Okay. Then actually on my 1000k 100k giveaway, one winner, she's from 20 minutes down from here, drive, and we're like, no way, like no way. So really, you're from that town, so yeah, we are neighbors. And she won like a pattern. She won I don't know which pattern was what that.
I was gonna say, did you drive down to go give her the bride? Like,
no, it was a digital pattern we never met, and
no,
yeah. So at the moment, I'm just doing online, like community content and that. But I wish I could have time for creating an academy or something, like workshops for the weekend, something like that. I would like that.
Well, because you were saying that you wanted to start more like YouTube content as well. Would that all be in English or in Spanish?
English, like mainly, yeah. Like I guess you can go Spanish, and there's so much like I don't know people like speaking like Spanish from Latin America also and that. But when I started this crochet niche account, it was based mostly on the plushy USA style, because you barely see plushies around Europe. It's hard.
Australia,
right?
Anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, it's different. So that's another drop on that Instagram that we're saying, like it's not the regular cotton yarn. That's also different. So you mix this, you mix that. You like at the end, it's different content that they want to show. So that's the other thing. I've created this in English because you know, I wanted to get closer to the Canadian and USA community because most of the creators are from there, most of them, and maybe I created that because of that. And also in my mind, I think there's more people in the world that speaks English than Spanish, which is not true. Okay, but in my mind it's always like that. Like you speak English, you go anywhere. Like no, okay, but like another thing, you know. Maybe I can create if I go full time. I can create two channels, like Yantastic Charlie, Yantastic Carlos, something like that, and then go like at the end. You just have to record that and the voiceover just doing differently because I want to focus all my YouTube in teaching and video blog and that. Well, the video blog I should have recorded it twice. So, so that's it. But I need time for that, and I think my English is not good. Or I mean, it's not perfect, but it's good enough for.
I was like, after doing 2 podcast episodes, you're like, my English isn't great. That's it.
Well, I mean, it's not perfect. You can totally feel my accent and that, but that's I think another thing that people likes. People different, like oh, Spanish guy who speaks English. That's totally different because nobody here in this country speaks English. So you know, like people actually knows how to speak English, but they don't want to. They are shy or they're like. They don't care.
Yeah, and even in that same area, whenever I start speaking and I've got my Australian, New Zealand accent, people are like, "Huh? What's that?
Yeah, well,
what's going on?"
It's the accents. That's what I like about that. So that was the main reason, actually, the crochet community. If I knew that it was very popular in Spain or something like that, I would probably start it in like Spanish, and
then we wouldn't have met, and you wouldn't be here in this podcast today.
I know. No, it's true because like imagine this guy I was telling you, Marcelo. He has 250K, okay, and he's probably not known because of all our community. Because it's another. So imagine, and then like Asia also, they will probably have millions of Crusaders there, and that's amazing. Like you think you think you know the top 10 Crusaders or creator contents with 200K, and you know everyone. No, you don't know everyone.
No,
so like
no,
Instagram is so
many
big.
Other accounts.
So I'm not saying it was the right thing to do to create it in English, but I'm not like. I don't know.
I feel like for us, maybe because I feel like the plushie area of crochet is all in the US, and I might be wrong, but I don't think I am.
No.
I feel like it's very centered to the US, and I don't think I've seen many other countries really stock the yarn or even people making that yarn. I mean, like amigurumi is a Japanese word. And I don't think I follow that many Japanese accounts, but I should.
Yeah. But did you know, for example, that Turkey and India?
Oh my! Do you know producers?
And Crocheter's and content creators and producers also for the chenille yarn. Actually, the Himalaya dolphin baby comes from Turkey. So you think there's nothing around, like, and it's just right there, you know. So at the end, you just have to know the things, but it's different for sure. Like it's not easy to get this yarn here for everyone. So
I did wonder that, like, maybe there is more Turkish accounts that I should know about that are doing things with chenille yarns. I don't know.
Maybe I discovered a lot of people from India and that they are amazing. They do amazing jobs.
Like, is it Kunal? He's one of the people I know. Is it Kunal?
I don't know the
Maybe we
name.
got his name wrong. I know one creator over in India who I think is doing it really amazingly with plushies.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So at the end is that, and in Spain there's a lot of amigurumi.
Yeah.
I even discovered that I'm gonna say this here in live. My hairdresser's mom,
Yeah.
she makes amigurumi from a cotton yarn, and she's beautiful, like a beautiful, like what? Because
Yeah.
I was like, she was doing my hair someday, and I was like, so this is me, and I'm like, what? And she's like, no way, my mom also does that, but she's always doing on the cotton yarn.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Interesting.
You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's one thing I should acknowledge, like when I do these podcasts as well. I feel like sometimes I just like chuck out these like thoughts and opinions, and I'm very aware that I do not know everything. And like I am happy not to know everything, and I'm also very happy to be educated on things if people want to point me in the right direction. So I'm just happy to talk. Like
Yeah, that's enough, right?
And yeah, and feel like I have the opportunity to talk about these things as well. I don't know.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah. Anyway, is there any last thoughts or pieces of advice you want to give out before we wrap up our episode?
Well, as I always say, just enjoy what you do, keep doing yourself, and enjoy the process. So don't stress out.
Beautiful
Everything
words.
will work out, and be happy.
Perfect words. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me here on the hookup. Where can we find you? And where can we find you, and where can we support you on all the social medias and things?
Well, at the moment, I'm working for Instagram for free. Okay.
Oh, we didn't even get on that topic.
All of us, we are working for Instagram for free, and I'm just reposting that to other platforms at the moment. Just reposting it, not even considering their algorithms or anything. Yeah. And I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Threads, and of like also Patreon, my community on Patreon that I've created 2 months ago, which is good. I've got around 60 members, 60 something members, and I'm like, yay!
Well done. Yay.
The best members ever. And
shout out to the members.
Yeah, and I'm willing to start monetizing on the different platforms that I'm able to. But for example, on today I made 30K on Facebook. So in like a month or 2 months or something like that, just reposting content.
Yeah. Nice.
But I'm not able to monetize yet. It's been submitted there for a month, and they still haven't approved it. I don't know.
And I just want to mention this, like go into this a little bit further, just before we end the episode, that overseas I say overseas, so people who aren't in the US and potentially Canada, we don't earn anything from what we get on Instagram.
Yeah.
Even on TikTok.
So
I don't have a TikTok creator fund either.
No.
I've only been able to monetize on Facebook and YouTube. So anything that we've been doing and all this content that we've been creating, I think a lot of overseas creators, we don't earn anything from it.
Actually,
so support them.
for myself speaking, I'm not even monetizing yet from YouTube or Facebook or anything on social media. Zero, guys. Nothing, just for free, just for you guys. I enjoy the process, so that's it. I wish I could like join the program, the
creator
soon,
friends.
But I need to start the YouTube full format, I guess, long format, for making it easier, which is gonna be soon. And then I hope I get into the program on Facebook too, so that makes you like a little bit extra.
Yeah, I finally feel valid since actually getting on those two. So
I guess it's gonna be a nice feeling.
Yeah, I always forget to mention that, like, even though some creators may have these like big followings and things, it does not mean that they actually
that's totally
anything
true.
from it. It's the same number. It's what you do with your following is what, if you're wanting to monetize, what you do.
I'm sure like people from my followers or people I follow that they are 10K followers, they have a bigger and more solid business than me at the moment.
Yeah,
just
same.
with 10K, there's no need to have 100. So
Yeah.
at the end, it's just like that. Okay, you just know to know your people and show them what you expect from them.
Yeah. Anyway, as we're wrapping up the episodes, I just want to say a huge thank you for joining me over here on the hookup. And
Thank you, Sam.
I look forward to seeing what you do with your YouTube and your crochet career, and if we get to see more of your tiny skateboards.
Thank you very much, Zach.
Things.
Yes, have an amazing time.
Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening in to another episode of The Hookup. We'll be back again next week for more crafty conversations with more crafty friends. Have a good day. Bye.